Good morning. So this reading is going to be for Aries. And before I do cards, I'm going to tell you about a dream I had last night, which I believe applies to a specific group of Aries. So listen up. I'm not ready for cards yet. Let me say this. I am Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn, Rising, Sagittarius, Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, what I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards and then clarify with various different oracle decks. But I feel like I need to tell you about this dream that I had last night because I believe it applies to a handful, if not a significant group of Aries. Only because I am watching this play out in several of my Aries people's lives. So this would be for those of you who feel like you are running around in circles and going nowhere fast. I was in this dream, I kept seeing the date April 16th, April 16th. I know who was born on April 16th, but I do not believe that this applies just to that person. I believe this applies to all of Aries, not just that person. And basically what it was the universe was kind of like the universe has you guys running around in circles, trying to wear you down because you are not listening to them. And they have all the time in the world. So they are just going to fucking drive you crazy until you finally submit and do what you need to do. It's kind of like a toddler who needs to go to bed at night. And he is fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And so his parents basically just run him around in circles in the living room until he just falls flat on his face and goes to sleep. It's something similar to that. You are being advised to take some time for yourself and get in the listen mode. The universe is trying to tell you something. But instead, Aries tend to be doers. They feel like they have to be doing something all the time. Doing. And this is to your detriment. So the universe is like, okay, they like to do stuff. Let's give them something to do. So they're running you around in circles, literally, until you finally go, what the hell is happening? Well, it's because you are not listening to your intuition and the guidance they are trying to give you. And when you are so busy with running around in circles and doing this and doing this and doing that and all of the stuff that they've got you doing, you can't listen. So for those of you who are in that state right now, that's what's going on, is like they're trying to wear you down because you people are freaking stubborn. So that being said, we will get to the reading. Maybe this is going to be a new thing. I have never in the past had dreams about specific groups of people, but perhaps that's something new. So let's see what is the current energy. We'll see what's going on. I'm gonna forget about the dream that I had, and I'm just gonna read the energy here and try not to make that apply. But we'll see what plays out in the cards, because there may be another message that needs to come out here. Besides, the universe has you running around in circles. I mean, I literally feel like I see a toddler on a tricycle just going around in circles. Or being on the hamster wheel and like going nowhere, and it's just like we're just gonna run you around until you're dizzy, and then maybe you will submit to us and listen. So okay, there's 6 cards. Let's see. Do I want this up or down? Let's see where this is taking us. Okay. So, okay. Well, the hanged woman, which is also the hanged man, is trying to see. I feel like this is them they are trying to get you to see things from a different perspective. And when I say they as in your guides and the universe. And then the Princess of Wands is in reverse. So they're not letting you make forward movement until you see things in this different perspective. I also feel like they are wanting you to get in touch with your emotions, and you may be having an overflowing of emotions. What the overflow of emotions feels like, it's like, boo-hoo, poor me, why is this not working out? Not necessarily of you're in touch. That's kind of being in touch with your emotions. Maybe it's finally you're like, instead of pushing them down, you're finally letting your emotions out, which can be a good or a bad thing. Two of Swords in the upright would be you have a decision to make. So this feels like you have made a decision. So perhaps the second half of May is you have made the decision to look at things from a different perspective and start moving forward on the right path, because the Knight of Wands would be kind of like starting to make slow movement forward. So maybe that's what has finally happened, is the first half of May, you got run around in circles going. I feel like you like we're in a maze. I feel like the universe literally had you in a maze, and you were running around dead end, dead end, dead end, and they just had you go and go and go and go, and now you're finally in the corner, just taking a chill, because you're like, I've lost my bearings. I can't see straight. I'm dizzy, and I don't know which direction to go. And the universe is finally like, good. Now talk to us, and we'll tell you what to do. King of Cups. And that, once you get to that state of listening to what the universe has to do, your emotions are going to be in more in control, instead of maybe overflowing in a negative way. You're going to be more in control of your emotions in a positive way. And because I feel like somewhere along the road here, there's been a lot of victim. You've been blaming everybody else for all of these dead ends that you've been going to. Well, they told me to do this, and they told me to do this, and they told me to do this. And when I say they, I mean human beings, they. And you were running around and doing all this stuff, what they told you to do, and it wasn't getting you where you wanted to go. So that's the feeling that I am getting here. So I want to see what, let's look at the emotions that, yeah, okay, like that one. What emotions are going to be happening the second half of May? Well, what's going on, I guess. I want those two. Yeah, I'll take that one. All right. So, jealous in the reverse position. This just makes me feel like you don't have time to be jealous of anybody, because they've got you so freaking busy running around in circles. And I also feel like down the rabbit hole, like as in like a dead end rabbit hole or a snake hole. It's like you just keep like digging in these holes of like going, well, this has got to work. Well, there's got to be something here. Well, there's something here that's going to work, and there's something here. And it's just like, you know, the harder you try, the worse it gets. And that's kind of why they have you going in all of these different directions in kind of like a desperate mode. It feels very desperate. I've got to figure something out. I got to figure something out. And it's the universe is like going, we would tell you what to do if you weren't so fucking busy, so we could have a conversation with you. And since you won't listen to us, we're going to speed this up. This is the feeling. It's like we're going to speed this process up instead of dragging it out for 6 months. We're going to speed it up in a whirlwind until you get so tired that, like, okay, so maybe you basically crash and burn and you spend the whole weekend in bed because you've made yourself sick running around in circles. That's how the universe works. They will get your attention. So that's what they are in the process of doing. And then the board card came up, which makes me think, I hadn't even looked at that yet, but that's what they're getting ready to do to you. They're going to run you in circles so much until you pass out, or you're just literally like on the couch and you can't move because you have completely exhausted yourself. You have completely exhausted all of your resources. You have exhausted everything. And the only thing that you can do is sit on the couch and watch TV. And while you're sitting on the couch watching the TV by yourself, then the universe is going to start talking to you. They have plenty to say if you will just listen to them. Happy. That feels like, let me think about this. How is that? That just feels like that was your response of like, I would be happy to just sit on the couch for 2 or 3 days and do nothing. That would be a really nice break from what has been going on. You know what? Make it happen. If that's what would make you happy, is a break from the do mode that you have been in, then take a break and lay on the beach, sit on the couch, go for a walk, do something where you are not so distracted and you can think straight. I mean, good grief, desperate. That's what's going to get you out of the desperate mode is, taking the break, sitting on the couch, tuning everything else out and listening to what they are trying to tell you. Being so busy is a detriment. It is not a help to you guys right now. And I feel that is what is going on is you feel better when you are in the busy mode. You're like, I'm doing something. Yay, I'm doing something. So people will be proud of me. I'm doing something. But the universe is the one that has you doing stuff that is not doing you any good. Unfulfilled. This is where you are trying to get out of. That's why you're working so hard on all of this stuff, is trying to get to that place of feeling fulfilled. And that's the only way you know how to do it, is like you don't know how to sit back, relax, and just kind of process things. And that's just, I guess, part of your issue. That's just part of your personality. And you're, I guess, resentful. You're feeling resentful that I start saying mode of transportation. Your mode of transportation of getting where you want to go, you're getting resentful because your mode of transportation is not working. And you're going to have to switch buses. You're going to have to get off the bus. You're going to have to get off the boat. You're going to have to get on a plane. You're going to have to let the universe take you there in their vehicle. That's like the feeling, or what they're showing me is you're resentful that you're like, they're making you get off of you're resentful that they are making you get out of your comfort zone. That's where that resentful is, that you're pissed because everything that you have always done isn't working anymore. And all of a sudden it's like, I feel like you're like, God damn it. Why is this not fucking working for me? This used to work for me all the time. And now you're just like beyond frustrated. And it's like, that's why the universe is like trying to beat you into submission, is because they're like, we have a better way. Just let us fucking show you. Blew my cards all over the place. Man. There's a lot of energy behind this, partly because I just had a conversation with a friend of mine this morning, and it makes me frustrated. It just makes me frustrated because I know that position I've been in that situation before of where you have everything spinning out of control. And it's basically like shit's falling out from underneath of you. Everything is spinning out of control and you don't know which way to go because you're like trying to, you're like trying to catch a breath. It's like you're drowning, and it's like a drowning person in the ocean who is sinking, and you are doing everything you can to get a grasp of air. And if and so it's like this, if you would just stop fighting the water, you would end up floating and then you could take a breath. But instead, you are fighting and you are making it worse. Quicksand is the same way. It's like I don't know. I've never been in quicksand, but I think the harder you try to get out of quicksand, basically the worse you make it. So what you are trying to do to fix things, that's the bottom line, is what you are doing to try to fix things is making it worse. I need to ask a question here. Okay, so let me think. Do I want to use these cards? I'm looking at all of my decks. I'm thinking here. What do I need to do? Okay. For some reason, I'm being led to these cards, and I do not know why. I do not know what's going to come out of them. I feel like this is your typical MO that they are trying to get you away from. So what typical, I guess, personality or whatever is the universe trying to get you out of? What are they trying to break you of? What bad habit? What personality thing? I'm trying to think how to ask it. I know what I'm trying to get out of it. What are they trying to break in you, I guess? What are they literally trying to break in you? What are they trying to wear down in you that you are being stubborn about? What are they trying to get you to submit? That's what I want to know. What is the universe trying to get you to submit? And once you submit this stuff, whatever this is that's getting ready to come out, once you submit this, then the universe is going to let you go forward. What are they trying to get you to submit? Let's get a card here. Okay, that one. What else? Do I want that one? No. What does the universe want the Aries to submit to right now? This is a really thick deck, and there's a lot of cards in here. Okay. What else do you want the Aries to submit to? What is it they need to submit to so you will quit running them around in circles? That one. Let's see what we got so far. The Avenger. Okay, so light attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself, shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So, this to me feels like you come to everybody else's rescue all the time. So when somebody else has a problem, they call you because they know that you are going to help them. And sometimes this is to your detriment because you running around helping everybody else makes you feel good. While it makes you feel good because you like to rescue people, it is to your detriment because it is taking time away from you. So perhaps that is one of the things that has you running around in circles is you're getting calls. Oh my God, I have a flat tire. Oh my God, I need some money. Oh my God, I've got this problem. Oh my God, can you help me with this? Oh my God, can you do this? Blah, 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 blah. So you are fixing everybody else's problems instead of fixing your own, and the universe is trying to teach you a lesson that fixing everybody else's problems is not your job. That is what that feels like. The next one is angel. So it says, helping those in need with no expectation of return, acting, and the shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Let me think about that. I feel like the top part is the important one. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. Again, it comes up with those helping others in need. I feel like that is the theme here, is helping people in need, and you just keep helping people, which is a great thing, but it is not helping you when you overdo it. I feel like that's the case, is you are overdoing it. You are being asked to step in and help everybody else and their problems, and you've got your own fucking shit you need to deal with. Advocate, light attribute, inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Let me think about that. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Embracing negative causes inspires you to put compassion into action. Advocate. What is that? What is that? Why are these all Hang on a second. I need to look at something. All right. If this wasn't... Okay, I just have to point this out. Every stinking card starts with A. A. I had to look at my deck and make sure that every card didn't start with A. So if I didn't have any more proof that this was for Aries, I just did. It's as if it was like A. Like I said, I had that birthday that was in my mind, but I felt like it was for Aries, not just that specific person on that birth date. So apparently you guys have a tendency to, it feels like I feel like I want to go back to the Avenger card, that you have this tendency to get caught up in fights that don't belong to you. That you take on fights that don't belong to you. You know, I'm trying to think of an example. You get drawn into fights that don't belong to you. Kind of like, I'm going to give an instance, like the neighbors next door got into a domestic dispute, and the wife comes over to you for your assistance, and she always comes running to you for your assistance because she needs a shoulder to cry on. And you may have been in the middle of something very, very, very important, but you will drop everything and it's like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm seeing somebody with a cape on. It's like, you're like, da, 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 somebody needs my help. Oh my God. That's what gives you, it's almost like that's what gives you self-worth. It's like apparently you Aries might be big rescuers. And if you are rescuers, I want to speak up and tell me that, because this has never really come out in the cards before, but maybe I don't know if all Aries are like this, or if there's just a particular group personality that are rescuers, but I feel like you like it. You like taking on things that don't belong to you, that you didn't really have any business taking on, but it gives you a sense of power. It gives you a sense of entitlement. It gives you a sense of self-worth, but you do it to your detriment. That's the problem. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing nice deeds and good things for other people, but when you're doing it to your detriment, you need to be setting some boundaries around that. All right, what else is going on? Oh my God, this is 25 minutes. Holy shit. Let's take one more card. Liberator. Freeing yourself and others from outdated beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. I feel like you're on your way to that. One of these days, you're going to get to that point where you're going to liberate yourself, and then you're going to start teaching other people how to reprogram, imposing your own tyranny over those who claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So, eventually, you're going to free yourself from this old programming and out of balance boundary shit that gets you in trouble, and then you're going to teach that to other people, is the feeling. Okay, I want one more card, and then I'm done. I apologize for this being so long, but like I said, having a dream having a dream that's specifically related to the Aries. Obviously, there's something going down with you guys, and the universe is like, tell them what I told you. All right, one card. Intuition. This is what they are trying to get you to submit to, is using your intuition. So the next time somebody calls on you, I need help. Check in with your gut and say, do I really need to get into this? Is this my job? Do I really need to get myself involved in this? Is this going to mess up where I'm heading? Is this going to stop me on my path to fulfillment? Or is it going to, turn me around, spin me off in a different direction, and hold me up to where I'm going? Maybe you're not in a hurry to get where you're going. Maybe you like being miserable. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Sorry, guys. This is so long. I will see you guys 1st of June. Bye.